I was trying my best to stay awake during what had to be the most boring school assembly ever. The principal was saying something important, I guessed. I popped in my earbuds and started grooving to the music. It's M to the B, M to the B, M to the B. I stopped when I realized everyone was staring at me, including Eve. She looked like she turned to stone from the embarrassment of my outburst in front of the whole school. I thought there were some ants crawling in my pants. Then some random guy stood up and shouted,
"It's M to the B! It's M to the B! Bang!"
The crowd burst into laughter, breaking the monotony of the assembly. Oopsie. Hi there, I'm Emily, and I always find it hard to focus on anything for too long. How long is too long? I think about 5 or 10 seconds. Honestly, my life's full of problems, but the story I want to tell you today is a big one. I'm the youngest in a family of 5 sisters, and we're all the same age. My mom had quintuplets. That was the talk of the town back in the day. All 5 of us were cute as buttons, but the buzz died down pretty quickly because our family was poor, and to top it off, Mom was a single mom. She didn't really take care of us. We had to take care of each other, and Eve, my 4th sister, was the closest to me. All my sisters were star students at school, but for me, studying was a bit of a challenge. Not because I wasn't smart, though. Once I saw a squirrel doing a funny dance on a tree branch. I couldn't help but giggle to myself.
Emily, can you tell me who the first president of the United States was?
George Washington.
That's right. Can you tell me more about him?
I'm not really sure, but it reminds me of this time with Eve. She once made me jump over a puddle that I thought was the Delaware River, and...
Emily, stay on topic. We're learning about the American Revolution.
Oh, right. I mumbled an apology, but my mind had already drifted away. Eve seemed to be the only one who understood me. Then I had a health checkup at school, and Eve convinced the doctors to give me a more thorough exam because, well, Mom didn't have the money for that kind of thing. Afterward, we got the news that I had attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or ADHD for short. Eve seemed worried when she heard the news, but I wasn't. I was totally thrilled. Like maybe I had something special in me. Could I be a superhero or something? Back home, before Eve could tell Mom about my diagnosis, we saw our 3 other sisters getting into a fancy black car and driving away. They didn't say a word to Eve or me. Where are they going, Mom?
Oh, they're going to a relative's house, to get adopted. Don't worry, they'll come back for the holidays.
I don't really get it. Maybe they were going on a trip. But Eve looked disappointed and put my medical report away without telling Mom.
My sweet little Emily, you're too naive and silly for any family to want you. I need Eve to stay and take care of you.
But my sisters never came back for the holidays. Don't worry, they'll be fine. That family is really wealthy. After that day, everything changed. Mom had money, she bought us nice clothes and good food, but she often came home late, leaving us alone. Eve became everything to me. She was always the one waking up early to make me delicious breakfast, even though she stayed up late studying the night before. Sometimes I caught Eve crying by herself, but she always said, everything will be okay. And I believed her. Everyone loved her. Eve was smart, beautiful, and had a bright future ahead of her. I often got snacks from boys who wanted to impress Eve. I was totally fine with that, even if she was the shining star and I was just a little firefly. Did you know that fireflies are carnivorous insects and they even eat snails? Oh, focus, Emily. One evening we were sitting at the kitchen table and Eve was trying to help me with my homework. Emily, focus! We're doing fractions. Oh, right, fractions. Just like pizza. Can we have pizza for dinner? Focus! If you cut a pizza into 8 slices and you've eaten 3, how many slices are left? 5. But no way could I eat that much at once. Good, so you've eaten 3/8 of the pizza. Oh, got it. But as soon as Eve turned back to her homework, I went back to doodling a superhero version of myself on the next page. I have to save the world from boring math. Eve shook her head, but she was smiling. You're impossible, you know that? I know, but you still love me, right? Yeah, of course I do. I knew that as long as I had Eve by my side, I could do anything. One day, we woke up to an announcement in the neighborhood, and Eve nearly screamed the roof off when she found out she'd been selected to join the Young Mayor Talent Training Program. From that day on, Eve was busy with meetings and community activities, which meant she didn't have much time for me anymore. But I was happy for her. Her brilliance was finally being recognized. I followed Eve's progress closely and noticed that the other candidates were pretty impressive too. That's when I came up with a brilliant idea. I went to the biggest wall in the neighborhood, dumped out all the spray paint cans I could find, and got to work. After wrestling with the wall for a while, I finished my masterpiece. A campaign mural. Eve was written in huge, bold letters with stars and hearts all around it. Vote for Eve! A bunch of people gathered around whispering and even taking pictures. I proudly posed with my creation. Eve was going to be so happy. But that night, Eve came home looking exhausted. As soon as she saw me, she burst into tears. "You can't just paint on the wall like that! That's vandalism! We could get into serious trouble!" I just wanted to help you. There are plenty of ways to help. Sitting still and not causing chaos would be a big help. I'm so tired of dealing with your messes! Please! I was upset that she scolded me, but I was even more upset that I'd let Eve down. My big idea had only made things worse. Stupid Emily. I tried to clean up the wall, but the paint was too stubborn. My hands burned from scrubbing over and over, but I wasn't going to give up. I knew I had messed up Eve's campaign. "Let me help you." I turned around and saw my sister standing there holding a big bucket. "Let's repaint the wall together." Only Eve could always figure out how to help me. I nodded eagerly, flashing a big smile. Things get easier when you have someone who knows how to think differently. The next morning, I woke up to the sound of shouting and chaos outside. I rushed to the window and saw a crowd gathering on the street. Statues were toppled, chairs were smashed, and public property was covered in graffiti. "What happened?" We pushed our way into the crowd to find out.
Vandals attacked the neighborhood last night.
As everyone was deep in thought, a man pointed straight at me and shouted,
It could have been that girl. She did something like that just the other day.
"I didn't do it! No, Emily was with me all night! I swear on my honor!" There was no need to prove anything further. That night, the vandals struck again. People saw that there were 3 of them, but no one had been able to catch them because they were too quick, disappearing into the night like shadows. Because of all the chaos, Eve had trouble sleeping, and everyone knew that whoever caught the vandals would be a hero in the neighborhood. Knowing for sure that Eve would stop me if I told her my plan, I waited until she was fast asleep before sneaking out of the house. I swiftly made my way through the dark streets, determined to find the vandals. After wandering for a while, I finally spotted them. There were indeed 3 of them, huddled together, discussing something. They looked about my age. Smashing up public property was probably just their way of expressing themselves. As I got closer to eavesdrop, I tripped over a rock and fell with a loud thud. They immediately turned around and saw me.
What do we have here? A little spy?
A spy? That actually sounds kinda cool. I was just passing by.
Oh look, isn't that the girl who did the wall painting a few days ago? Ah, so it's her. That painting was terrible, but I gotta admit, it was bold.
My mind had never worked so fast in my life. To avoid getting punched or something worse, I blurted out, "I'm just like you guys. Let me join your group." They looked at me skeptically, like they were waiting for a more convincing answer. I'm sick of being underestimated by everyone. They talked it over for a bit and finally agreed. These guys were pretty gullible. So I'd officially become a cool spy like in the movies. And now I just needed to figure out how to trick them into a trap.
Who's there?
A flashlight beam shone from a distance, causing the group to panic. They scattered in all directions trying to escape.
Hey idiot, run before you get caught!
I remembered that I was supposed to be one of them now, so I bolted. I dashed through alleys and narrow streets, my breath coming in quick gasps. I squeezed into the gap between 2 buildings, hiding until the sound of footsteps faded away. I climbed back through the window into my room, trying not to wake my sister. Phew, finally made it. I turned on the light and nearly jumped out of my skin when I saw Eve sitting on my bed, arms crossed, looking super serious. "Where have you been?" I went for a walk. "At midnight? I just heard that people spotted the vandals in the park, and now you come back looking all dirty and suspicious?" "I was helping chase them off. Yeah, that's it." Eve put her hands on her head and sighed. "I must be worrying too much. I'm sorry. Go to bed early. Good night, Eve. If anything's wrong, you'll tell me, right?" I felt a bit guilty. I wanted to tell her everything, but I couldn't risk it. Not yet. Eve seemed reassured and went back to her room after seeing me nod like crazy. A few days later, some new rumors started circulating at school. Statues and mannequins had been stolen from the art room, and everyone believed the vandals had broken into the school. The more the rumors spread, the more uneasy I felt. That night, I had another meeting with the vandals at the park to plan their next heist. Sitting in class, I was restless, tapping my pencil nonstop. Maybe I could turn this into a rhythm, right?
Emily, this is the 3rd time you've disrupted class. Stay after school to copy the school rules in my office.
Great, another detention. I was used to it by now. But before the bell rang to end detention, I got a text from Eve that made my heart drop. I had to get home immediately.
Emily, get back here!
The teacher grabbed my arm, but I struggled free.
I'm sorry, but I really have to go! You're expelled, Emily!
I ran out of there. Nothing could scare me now because something much worse was waiting for me at home. I burst into my room to find Eve absolutely furious, holding the white cloth I'd used to cover up my secret. How did you find out? There's a huge pile of them right here, Emily! But why did you steal them? Why are you involved with those vandals? I defended you to everyone and now this? Eve, I didn't steal them, I just borrowed them. Eve shook her head and started crying. I give up. I'm dropping out of the program. I can't focus on that when I can't even keep my little sister out of trouble. Eve left the room and I couldn't say anything. I knew what I had to do now. It was time to act, not explain. I gathered up all the statues and mannequins and loaded them onto a cart, hauling them to the park. I carefully placed each one back where it belonged. Next, I set up the lights, doing my best to make sure everything was perfect. As night fell, I waited for the vandals to arrive.
Then you recruiters ran on time.
Just a little nervous, that's all. They approached the benches in the park, pulling out their spray paint cans just as I flipped the switch for the lights. In the darkness, the statues looked like real people standing in the park. The vandals froze in their tracks, caught completely off guard.
Run! What are you waiting for? Hold on. They're not moving and they're not shouting. Is someone messing with us?
Seeing my plan starting to fall apart, I tried to keep it together. Ghosts! They're ghosts! Run! It actually worked. The vandals freaked out and tried to escape, but they were surrounded. This way! I shouted, leading them toward a dark spot with no lights, but they triggered the trap I had set up earlier. A net dropped down from the trees and the vandals were caught, struggling helplessly in the net. Gotcha! The first person to arrive was Eve, followed by the police and the neighbors. They were all marveling at what I'd done. They took pictures and showered me with praise. Did you do all of this? Yep, I told you I could help. Eve hugged me tightly. Wow, looks like I finally didn't mess up this time. You're amazing. I'm so proud of you. As the police took the vandals away and the mannequins were returned to school, the park returned to its usual peaceful state. Eve and I found a bench and sat down. Now you can focus on taking on the other candidates again. I've decided to drop out of the race. What? Why? You were doing so well. You're more important to me than any race or title. I want to spend more time taking care of my silly little sister. I won't get mad or yell at you anymore. I hugged Eve, feeling incredibly happy. I promise I won't get into any more trouble. But wait, I think I just got expelled today. What? Emily!
I brushed aside the long branches in front of me, shining my flashlight into every corner of the forest. But there was no sign of Mom. As I took a step forward, the leaves suddenly slipped away, and I was falling. At that moment, Dominic grabbed my hand.
Winifred! Everyone, help me!
Immediately, the other 4 brothers joined forces with Dominic to pull me up.
Are you okay, Winnie?
Sit still! Why do you always have to get in everyone's way? Such a troublesome girl. Always crying at the drop of a hat.
Hello, MDA viewers. I'm Winifred from England, the only girl in a family with 5 younger brothers: Dominic, Ricky, David, Danny, and Milo. I'd had a really tough time with them since Mom suddenly disappeared. Before we continue, please like and subscribe. Our dad had left with another woman when the youngest, Milo, was just born. Dominic was only 2 years younger than me, so he considered himself the most mature man in the house and deserving to be the leader. The other 4 followed him obediently. In their eyes, I was a useless sister who only knew how to dance around like a lunatic in her room. That's because I always dreamed of becoming a stage actress and often turned my room into my own theater. But it also gave the little devils a chance to make fun of me. Like the time they poured soap all over the floor, causing me to slip while practicing, ending with a mouthful crash into the table.
All you're good at is making us laugh.
Luckily, I had a wonderful mom. She always sided with me and had ways to calm the boys' bad attitudes. But just as our summer vacation began, Mom suddenly disappeared after a camping trip with friends, and it drove me crazy. At first, the police wanted to send us to Aunt Maya, Mom's sister. We all shook our heads like wet dogs after a bath because Aunt Maya was awful. Finally, I managed to convince the police to let me take care of my brothers. But honestly, I had no idea what to do alone. The real disaster began the first morning after Mom disappeared. I woke up to the smell of smoke. Oh my gosh! I raced to the kitchen at lightning speed and saw fire blazing on the stove.
Get out of the way!
Dominic rushed in with a large can of water and dumped it on the fire, making it flare up even more. A few drops of hot oil burned my arm.
With the freaking crabs? How could this happen?
I tried to stay calm, found the fire extinguisher Mom always kept in the cabinet, and sprayed it on the flames. The fire started to die down, leaving the pan and part of the kitchen wall charred black. There was oil in the pan. You can't put out an oil fire with water, you idiot.
True. Because oil is lighter than water, it floats on top and the fire keeps burning.
You're no better. Sleeping in and doing nothing? If it weren't for me, they'd all starve. You're useless.
Okay, deep breath, Winnie. They're just kids. And it wasn't the first time I had to deal with Dominic's stubbornness. I opened the fridge to find something else to feed them. And that's when I realized a troubling issue. We were running out of food and we had no money. After scraping together all the coins in our savings, I calculated that we could only afford fast food for about 3 more meals. From that day on, I threw myself into making money like crazy. I promised myself I had to hold on until Mom came back to us. Any job that paid, as long as it wasn't illegal, I took it. Waitressing at a milkshake bar, painting rooftops, doing summer homework for kids, or holding spots in line for jacket potatoes. What? $5 for half an hour? Throwing myself into these odd jobs left me exhausted. So the household chores fell to my 5 brothers. The younger ones were easy to bribe with food, but Dominic? He felt robbed of his leadership role and was extremely resentful. He tried to butt into my jobs to prove he could do it too. But things didn't go as expected. Like the time we both worked at a coffee shop. After just a week, Dominic had knocked the blender lid off onto the customer's face 3 times, used vinegar instead of sugar syrup, and short-circuited the shop's fanciest coffee machine. In the end, both of us got booted out by the boss. Happy now, you jerk?
This place wasn't just a good fit for me. Only someone useless like you would care.
Excuse me, I think you dropped this. Oh, a beautiful girl appeared in the middle of our sibling spat. The fiery rage on Dominic's face faded instantly, and he turned into a little puppy. Thanks to my stellar Facebook stalking skills, I found out who this fairy was in no time. It was Phoebe, Dominic's art classmate, and my brother was head over heels for her. How did I not notice her sooner? I got even more excited when I saw Phoebe's mom post about hiring servants for their mansion.
What? You got a job at Phoebe's house?
Surprised, huh? That's not all. I'll be serving her personally. Someone's jealous of me, I see.
You? What are you planning?
Nothing for now, but your attitude will decide everything. And so, I succeeded in taming the naughtiest sibling in the house. Dominic stopped causing trouble, even made the younger ones do the chores carefully before I got home, and volunteered to give me massages just to get any info I had about Phoebe. Phoebe was a real princess. She had everything, from expensive designer clothes to gourmet food prepared by a personal chef. Phoebe offered me a pastry on my first day, and I introduced Dominic to her. Everything seemed to be going well, but turned out it was the start of some horrible days for me. Beneath her elegant exterior, Phoebe revealed her true colors as a witch. She treated the servants like trash and bossed us around with ridiculous demands. Prepare the palanquin for me to go to the garden. Brew some tea, and remember, no sugar, no honey, no milk. But if the tea is bland, you'll hear from me. I want the diamonds on my nails big and bright, but they mustn't get in my way. Do it right or get lost. Why is this vase 2 centimeters off? If you can't do it right, get rid of them all. She drove me crazy. But this job helped provide for my siblings, so I tried to endure it. Things got worse when Dominic asked her out, and she said yes. Oh, great. A destructive duo. I knew she wasn't sincere with my brother, but Dominic never listened to me. The trouble started when a famous director close to Phoebe's family was invited over for dinner. I knew him, the one who directed Winter Palace, the brilliant play I always practiced alone in my room. He was planning to remake the play for a worldwide tour and was looking for new talent. Phoebe's mom eagerly introduced her daughter to the director, and Phoebe started performing without being asked. But to my surprise, the director noticed me and invited me to audition for the lead role. I was on cloud 9, but I also knew I'd become a thorn in Phoebe's side, and she knew exactly how to make me suffer. One evening, I came home and found Dominic sitting sadly on the porch, his eyes a little teary.
Phoebe dumped me. She even made me watch her kiss some jerk.
What the? That crazy girl! I knew it! Now do you see why you should have listened to me?
Wait, Did you make Phoebe do this just because I didn't listen to you?
Are you out of your mind? Phoebe was never any good. Do you know how she treated me? I only wanted the best for you.
Liar! You just want revenge for everything I've done! I hate you!
Dominic, where are you going? Dominic tried to pull his hand away, but noticed the small scars on my arm. They were from the last time hot oil splattered on me while I was dealing with the kitchen fire. He paused for a few seconds, then gently pushed my hand away and left. After that fight, Dominic and I started the silent treatment. I was really worried because he often came home late and looked sad, but I couldn't talk to him. As the casting day for the lead role in the play approached, I was getting ready when Ricky suddenly burst into my room panicked.
Winnie! Milo needs help!
My mind went blank as I ran downstairs and saw Milo gasping on the floor. We immediately called 911 and rushed him to the hospital. Milo had asthma and always needed his inhaler, but somehow it had run out and his condition worsened. I was stunned to realize I'd been working so hard to take care of my brothers, but I'd missed noticing that. If something happened to him, I'd regret it forever. Feeling overwhelmed and missing Mom, all I could do was cry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
Winnie, what about the casting?
Forget it. As long as Milo's okay, that's all that matters. Thankfully, with timely emergency care, Milo was safe. He was discharged a few days later and kept asking about the casting results. But I had missed that chance. The Winter Palace play I always wanted to perform in was now just a dream. Or maybe not. A post about casting for supporting roles went up online not long after. I still had one more chance to step onto the stage. On the casting day, when I appeared, the director's eyes lit up. Even from a distance, I could feel Phoebe grinding her teeth. As my performance was about to start, a video suddenly appeared on the big screen behind me, making the crew giggle. I turned to look and, oh no, it was a hidden camera recording of me practicing in my room. What's going on, tech team? How embarrassing. The only person who could have had that video was Dominic. I saw him in the distance, looking either sad or angry. Inside, I felt like I was falling apart, but had to pull myself together and finish the casting. In the end, I got the supporting role. It wasn't perfect, but I knew I'd done my best. As I was about to leave, Phoebe suddenly blocked my way. I can't believe you still managed to snatch a supporting role. You know what, Winifred? You don't even deserve to play a tree or a rock. You're shameless. That's enough, Phoebe. I auditioned fair and square, so there's nothing to be ashamed of. You should reconsider your own talents. You! A low-key servant who doesn't know her place. Don't think I'll let you off.
Stop right there!
Dominic jumped up from the audience and blocked Phoebe. Following him, my other 4 brothers surrounded me, glaring daggers at Phoebe.
I've had enough of pleasing an arrogant brat like you. Do what you want to me, but leave my family alone.
Don't you dare touch our sister!
A useless sister and 5 stupid brothers. You'll always be lowly nobodies. As Phoebe turned away, the director suddenly appeared behind her.
Dominic, talk to me. I can't believe you treat others so horribly, Phoebe. Your parents entrusted you to me, and I'm very disappointed.
It turned out that since our fight, Dominic had been going to Phoebe's house, watching how she mistreated the servants. He even recorded videos as evidence, and the director was outraged after seeing them. Dominic also apologized for giving Phoebe the hidden camera video of me practicing before.
I didn't think she'd use it to humiliate you. I'm sorry, Winnie. I've caused you so much trouble while you did everything for us.
I just shook my head and hugged all 5 of them tightly. After that, Phoebe foolishly caused a scene at the theater and got kicked out of the troupe. I got to audition again and landed the lead role, finally achieving the dream I've been holding on to for years. Even more wonderful, a while later, the police found my mom and brought her back. She had fallen and broken her leg, and a mountain family had taken her in. She tried to contact us but couldn't, so she had to wait until she could return home. Luckily, she made it back in time to see me on stage. After months of struggle without Mom, the bond between the 6 of us became stronger than ever. I realized that no matter what happens, family is the most precious thing I have. Everyone was buzzing when Jake smoothly dribbled, leaped into the air, and pulled off a spectacular shot. As the stage curtain rose, Two goddesses were engrossed in their violin playing while Cedric's hands danced over a canvas. Together, the four of them made a one-of-a-kind performance. Hey, I'm Eliana from California. We're the it crowd at school. Me and Chloe rock the violins. Cedric's the artsy type into his paintings. And Jake, he's got the underclassmen swooning with his athleticism. We've been tight since we were kids. Our parents are like best buds. But our friendship took a hit after something pretty awful went down. Before we dive into my tragic tale, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for MDA, okay? That hair clip's gorgeous on you. It's a gift from my grandma. We decided to meet up in the cafeteria after the show. My stomach was screaming for some food. You okay, Cedric?
Which goddess stole your soul this time? Cut it out, dude. Just thinking. Don't mind me.
Chloe's always looking out for everyone, while Jake's just a kid at heart. Even though his dad's the principal. Suddenly, my phone buzzed. A text from Cedric. Wait, where'd he go so fast? Meet me at the school's garden. What's up with that? Amidst the sweet scent of flowers, I found him painting. Totally in the zone. His face was angelic, and those blue eyes, like the sky. No wonder you get love letters in your locker every day. Cedric looked at me, smiling gently. There was something different about his gaze today.
I don't need those, Eliana. These feelings have been growing, like a canvas waiting for its colors. I can't hold it back any longer. I love you, Eliana.
I was totally caught off guard by his confession. Never thought I'd have to choose between friendship and love. I'm sorry, but I really value our friendship. Isn't it great, being such close friends? I could see the disappointment in his eyes. I like Cedric, but just as a friend. Above all, I didn't want to ruin the pure bond our group shared.
I'll wait until you're ready.
Cedric?
It's okay. I'll finish this painting before I head back. You should go.
I left the garden heavy-hearted, feeling like I'd done something wrong. But the next morning, Cedric was back to his cheerful self, as if yesterday never happened. I even wondered if it was all just a dream. Only Chloe was acting strange. She didn't sit with me like usual, didn't talk, just quietly finished her lunch.
Hey, what's up with Chloe? Thought you two told each other everything. Hold up! There's a charity event at the community center this weekend. My dad's really hoping we can make it.
Me and Cedric quickly agreed. Chloe, on the other hand, took some convincing from Jake before reluctantly nodding. That was odd, considering she'd always been so kind. That day was busy at the community center. Me and Jake were scooping soup for everyone while Cedric handed out bread. Chloe was playing shop with some kids nearby. Tiring, but fun.
Whoops!
No worries, I'll grab a towel. Searching through our bags for a towel, I accidentally, ouch, pricked myself on something sharp.
Oh snap, you're bleeding. Let me see.
Cedric carefully bandages my finger. Meanwhile, Chloe comes over looking annoyed. It's just a tiny cut. No biggie, right? What's your problem with me, Chloe? Instead of answering, she just storms off, leaving me wondering, what's her deal? The next day when I hit school, there was this crowd that snagged my attention. Getting closer, I spotted the mess on the floor. Paint splatters everywhere. Squished tubes of paint scattered around, alongside some snapped brushes and smudges. Cedric was standing in the middle, totally frozen, hands clenched and shaking. What the heck happened?
How did this even happen?
That was the paint set we gifted him. Chloe circled the scene. The crowd kept growing until the supervisor had to step in to calm the chaos. The four of us ended up in the cafeteria, trying to comfort Cedric. Someone did this on purpose. After a bit, we concluded that some dude at school must have messed with Cedric because of all the girls crushing on him.
That's the only thing that makes sense.
But something didn't sit right with me. That was just a reason to make him feel better. It didn't stop there. 3 days later, Jake screamed over the phone, freaking out that his basketball was mysteriously deflated.
It was signed by Kobe Bryant. It meant everything to me.
Jake's basketball was punctured all over. We looked at each other, sure that someone was targeting our group. But why? Jake took a few days off for a mental break, while Chloe and I had a performance coming up, and we couldn't miss it. Yet, she's been kinda cold to me since that charity event. Right before going on stage, she kept dodging my attempts to cheer her up. Until... What's wrong, Chloe? My violin bow! It's gone! I can't find it anywhere! I checked her violin case again. Nothing. What now? The performance was about to start, and here we were, struck by bad luck again. This time, Chloe. The supervisor urged us on, and I had no choice but to leave her behind. Despite the heavy heart, the performance went well. Grateful for the applause, I rushed backstage to find my best friend. I covered your part. We did great!
Oh, really? You covered my part well.
Eliana is still my absolute queen!
Thought they were inseparable. Turns out Eliana can shine on her own. Chloe,
Forget it. My fault for being careless, losing my stuff.
Before I could hold Chloe back, the supervisor and others came to congratulate me. Little did I know, my effort would end up like this. We met up in the cafeteria a week later, but the air was thick with tension. Chloe was the one to break the eerie silence.
Don't you guys find it odd?
Cedric and I looked at Chloe, her face a mix of hesitation and suspicion.
All of us have had bad luck except Eliana, who's been untouched.
What do you mean? Do you think I'm behind all this?
You said it, not me.
Cedric had to hold me back before I exploded at Chloe. I was so disappointed in my best friend. As Chloe and Jake walked away, only Cedric stayed.
It could all be a coincidence. Chloe's being paranoid and Jake's too soft.
I looked at him, feeling the cracks in our friendship. The trust and goodwill were fading.
I've always got your back, Eliana. No matter how they treat you, I'm on your side.
I trusted myself too. No way I'd push such stunts. But who would? Why pin everything on me? I had to find out who was tearing our friendship apart. Starting with the first incident, Cedric smashed paint boxes. I was on it, digging around, convinced there had to be something to crack this case wide open. I hit up everyone's shoe rack, finding this one pair with paint smeared on the sole. But nope, that didn't prove much since the place was swamped that day. But didn't everyone notice the paint was already dry by then? So, this paint on the sole... Then there was Jake's basketball, punctured all over. Needles, maybe? Something sharp for sure. But who'd carry something that sketchy around?
Ouch!
Oh snap, you're bleeding. Let me see.
It's just a tiny cut. No biggie, right?
That moment, I was digging through that backpack. Could it be? No, my friend couldn't do this. Such a vile betrayal. If my hunch was right, the violin bow would be here. 'Cause there's no way they'd carry it around without drawing attention. I tried everything to break into that locker, wishing it wasn't there, that all my suspicions were wrong. But no, there it was, hidden behind a stack of books. Now I was sure who was behind all this and framing me. Disappointment flooded me, but so did disgust. I was gonna set a trap and lure the culprit in. That Sunday was gorgeous. Jake and Chloe were setting up the tent. Jake seemed a bit cheerier after a rough few weeks, while Chloe continued to ignore me. Cedric and I were collecting dry branches in the woods, planning to start a small fire for grilling. Cedric, maybe it's time we face the truth. He looked at me, clueless. Still as handsome as ever. If the group stops hanging out together, maybe, just maybe, you and I could officially become a couple.
I walked away, leaving him in a whirlwind of emotions. That night, I sat, listening to my friends chat by the crackling fire. We'd been so close since we were kids, grown up together. Heartbreaking to know it all ends after today. Later, when everyone was asleep, someone got up, quietly grabbed my backpack, and went to the stream, dumping everything into it to be swept away. It's really you, isn't it? Cedric?
I'm so disappointed in you.
You're totally insane! You were gonna frame me? Cedric was at a loss for words. He couldn't justify his actions or defend himself. But why? Just because?
You rejected me. You valued our friendship over my love.
Eliana did nothing wrong. It was all you. You were wrong from the start. Months have passed since then. Cedric transferred schools and we haven't heard from him since. Still, if he changes and comes back, we're ready to forgive. Man, I was mad at you. Thought if you and Cedric got together, it'd be awkward for the group. Silly. I'd protect our beautiful friendship no matter what.
Guys, help! Those girls back there want me to be their boyfriend, but I can't date all of them.
Kelly, open the door for Dad!
Yeah, just a second.
Kelly!
Coming! Gotta speed up. I'm about to break a record here. Thanks! Got it! I'm coming! Gotta hurry. Whew, that was close. Darn! Gotta do it all over again.
Kelly, did you say thank you to the delivery guy?
I did say thanks, right? Hi there, I'm Kelly, the real life The Flash. Just kidding, that's what people call me, but I'm actually a track athlete. And my dad, he's a former athlete. Had to quit early due to an injury, and he's always hoped I'd finish the dream he couldn't. But things haven't been smooth sailing, you know. Before I spill the beans on my life's ups and downs, don't forget to subscribe to MDA's channel. One day, my dad signed me up for a physical training course because he said I needed more training for the upcoming professional competitions. The first day, I missed my dad like crazy because I'd never been away from him. And that's when I met Fred. The first time I saw him, Fred was boasting about how no one could outrun him.
I just beat the track team captain. Any takers?
The dance class girls were all pointing at him, totally excited. Honestly, I wanted to race him too, but I wasn't in the mood for competition.
Hey, you! The new kid, right? I want to race you.
The crowd around us starts whispering, egging me on to join.
Don't worry. I'll go easy on you, because you're a girl.
No need. After the referee's whistle, both of us took off at full speed. Ha! That's all he's got? Just as I was about to leave him in the dust, this girl suddenly shows up. Quick as a flash, I jumped and pulled off a high jump.
Not bad at all.
Catch you later! And just like that, I left Fred behind and zoomed to the finish line, shocking everyone. They couldn't believe a newbie like me could run that fast.
Wow. Impressive. Like you've got real superpowers.
Thanks. That afternoon, I was deep in thought, staring out the window, when suddenly a ball smashed against the glass. What are you doing? In response to my anger, he does this goofy apology gesture. What if you broke the glass?
Silly. All these windows are made of tempered glass. Right next to the training field. See? Maybe I got a little carried away.
All right, he made me laugh. Fred called me outside and we started walking around the area. That's how we became friends. Ever since then, Fred often came by my room after class and we'd go for walks. Fred told me his dream was to become a great football player like Tom Brady, and I told him about my dad and his dreams for me.
At least he's succeeded in raising you to be a sweet girl.
Huh?
And talented too.
Thanks.
So what are you planning to do after the course ends?
Go back home to Dad, keep training, and enter more competitions.
Everything you do? Is it just 'cause your dad wants it?
No, I love it. What about you?
Well, I plan to sneak out a day before going home to eat pizza, pasta, burgers. As an athlete, I can't usually eat that stuff freely.
Fred's words made me laugh. He's handsome, fun, a bit goofy, but a great listener. The next day, I woke up super excited to see Fred again. I think I kind of missed him. But then I saw Fred sitting with another girl, looking really close. For some reason, I just couldn't face Fred anymore, so I did my best to avoid him at all costs. Until one day, I accidentally bumped into them in the hallway while rushing to class. Oh no, my love! Are you hurt? Poor thing!
Kelly! You've been avoiding me, huh? I thought you dropped out or something.
Well, I wasn't... Who's this, anyway?
Let me introduce you. This is Kelly. Kelly, this is...
Nina, I'm his girlfriend. I just moved here to be closer to him. But... Oh, Kelly! Fred mentioned you. The girl who runs like lightning, right? Sounds impressive. Now I got a good look at her. Fred's girlfriend was stunning. Well, of course, she's French-American. She's also a swimmer. Bae, I'll go with Kelly to class. You go ahead. I waved goodbye to Fred after reluctantly agreeing to have lunch with them later. I didn't want to be the third wheel. Fred's my boyfriend. We've known each other since we were kids and have been dating for a while now. Nina kept going on about how close they were, like how Fred never sleeps without the light on. They're so tight. You wouldn't understand. I need to be there to take care of him all the time. You'll see. And I did. That lunch in the canteen, Nina suddenly freaked out. Oh my gosh! Brownies, really? Fred can't eat those. They'll upset his stomach. Duh, chill. My dad made them. But I can't let Fred eat unfamiliar stuff. Have a croissant instead, like usual. It's a French pride, you know. But do you know the real place of croissant is actually Austria? Oh, please, it's croissant, not croissant. You're so clueless. Ugh, her voice gave me the creeps. Nina kept bugging me whenever I was near Fred, so I decided to keep my distance from both of them. But Fred kept sticking to me. He even skipped his football practice to cheer me on during my training. After class, Fred tried to catch up with me again. What's your problem, huh? What do you want?
I just wondered why you've suddenly gone cold. I thought we were friends.
Yeah, just friends. That's it.
What's up with you?
This guy's driving me nuts. One day I got invited to Fred's birthday party at his house. I was kind of nervous, not gonna lie. I got there and saw Nina standing right at the door. She turned away when she saw me. As the party was winding down, I went to wash my hands in the bathroom and Nina barged in. Let's get straight to the point, because you seem to be ignoring all my signals. Fred's my boyfriend, and I know him better than anyone. Stay away from Fred before I lose it. You're already acting crazy. You, enough talk. Fred is mine, got it, you fool? Don't be ridiculous, Nina. I'm serious. So am I. I was about to leave, but it was pouring rain outside. Fred offered to drive me home. With no other choice, I accepted. About Nina.
Yeah, what about Nina? Wait, do I smell jealousy here?
What? No! She doesn't like me. And back off, you have a girlfriend.
Well, actually... Nina isn't really my girlfriend. Her mom is my parents' close friend. After Nina's dad died and her mom moved back to France with her new husband, Nina's a kind and pitiable girl. She also takes care of me and my parents, so when she asked me out, I found it hard to say no.
Looking into Fred's eyes, I saw his dilemma and guilt swallowing him up. I got closer and the distance between us lessened. But then one day, I got the shocking news that my dad's leg injury had flared up and he had to be hospitalized urgently. Despite an important competition nearing, I took a leave from school to take care of him.
I'm afraid he'll need surgery soon. Possibly tomorrow. Tomorrow's also your race day. You're still gonna compete, right? Your dad would be so proud if you won.
I can't, Fred. I need to be here for my dad.
Come on, Kelly. It's your dream, and your dad's too. Buck up, girl. I'm here for you.
The next day, I went to the track feeling anxious. Fred was at the hospital and might call me anytime. I saw a water bottle Fred had left there for me. He's so thoughtful. Then, Nina walked in, but instead of being surprised to see me, she seemed like she was looking for me. "Hey, Kelly, you're back, huh?" Fred told me. "Thanks. Did you drink from that bottle?" "Huh? Yeah, why?" "No, nothing. Good luck with your race." Nina left, leaving me puzzled. Maybe Nina was a nice girl after all, just a bit too jealous. While warming up, I got a call from Fred.
The surgery went well, Kelly. Talk to your dad. Sweetie, be confident and give it your all. Woo! I'll be there soon.
My dad's voice was like a power boost. I wiped away my tears and stepped onto the track, ready to face any competitor. Quickly, I outpaced the first, then the third, and the seventh runner. The moment I crossed the finish line, I saw Fred. He ran to me and hugged me tight.
You were amazing.
My cheeks flushed at his compliment. As we got closer and our faces were inches apart, I knew it was the moment for our first kiss. But then, something terrible happened. Wow, I need to interrupt for a second, folks. I just found something that belongs to our champion. Maybe they need to check this. What's that? In Nina's hand was the water bottle Fred had left in my locker. Is she doping? No wonder she's so fast. Unbelievable. I turned to Fred. Could he have... But he was looking at Nina.
Nina, stop this.
But she had already turned all eyes in the stands onto me. Then I was taken for a drug test. Waiting for the results, I went behind the track to avoid seeing anyone. If it was true, then Fred, I hate you. I cared for you for years and you fall for someone you just met. Why not me?
Nina,
If I can't have you, she won't either.
No, Nina. I switched it with a regular water bottle. I didn't want to see you so spiteful. That's not you.
What? You did that? Do you know you could have ruined my career? So, you ruined my life.
Enough, Nina. I like Kelly, and I only see you as a sister. But you've destroyed even that pure relationship. It's over between us.
Nina tried to attack me, but Fred held her back and then she was escorted out by security. Of course, I was cleared later and received my well-deserved trophy. She's so cool. I never thought someone could be that fast.
They call her the Flash for a reason. Absolutely spot on.
In the following days, Fred had to convince me not to sue Nina for defamation. I continued to care for my dad at the hospital, and Fred visited every day.
I'm the fastest in the athlete training school. Well, second to Kelly.
So sleepy. Hello, everyone. I'm Catherine, or Cat for short. Oops, better get ready quick. Gotta nail this final project presentation. My exchange trip to Japan is waiting for me. Wait, what's wrong with this door? I can't open it! Darn it! Weird. Seems like both my laptop and phone have vanished too. Right, the window. Oh no. No! How am I locked in my own room like this? Hello? Is anyone outside? Help me! I tried my hardest to break down the door, but to no use. Darn it! I know who did this! It wasn't until late that evening that Jordan, my boyfriend, finally came home. Look at his attitude, as if nothing had happened. You jerk! How could you lock me in my room all day?
Oh, my love, I didn't mean to scare you that much. I just wanted to protect you.
That's not protection! I missed an important presentation because of your selfish stupidity! Do you have any idea how much I cared about that project? Jordan's demeanor suddenly shifted 180 degrees. Just like always.
Not this again. I'm tired of hearing your parents go on and on all day, you know? If it weren't for my sharp arguments, your parents would have been at a disadvantage in that recent lawsuit. You know that? You should just be quiet and grateful, Kat.
It's been 2 years since Jordan and I got together. He's a talented lawyer, handsome and well-mannered. Nothing to complain about.
Brilliant, Jordan! What do you think about becoming our company's personal lawyer? I'd be honored, Mr. Chairman.
At that moment, I was really happy. Things began to change once we moved in together. He controlled nearly everything.
I don't like your nails colored at all. Just sit here. Kat, that dress is too short. No, take this one. You'll look prettier. Kat, don't eat that stuff. Do you want to turn into a pig? Hey, you! Huh? Don't you have salad here?
Hey, Kat. I think you should go home. Someone's about to crash us here.
It's like we're elementary kids on a field trip.
Get lost, Jord! When will you ever leave me alone?
Sorry, ladies. She gets a bit crazy sometimes. Let me pay for everyone's meal today.
Gradually, none of my friends could stand Jordan's interference anymore. Wondering why I haven't kicked him out of my life yet?
What's wrong, my love?
I can't take it anymore with you. I'm breaking up with you. I need to get out of this suffocating place right now.
You dare? One step out of here, and I can crush you and the company your parents built in 12 years in the blink of an eye, princess.
That's the thing. Jordan is a lawyer for my family's company. Can't imagine what would happen if Jordan got mad. The only place left to seek help was my parents. But are you two back home? Don't worry about us. Why don't you go out somewhere?
We planned a trip to Germany a few days ago, but Catherine missed her parents, so I brought her back for a few days. As long as Kat's happy, I'll do anything she wants.
Oh, such a sweet boy. Damn it! Jordan's ridiculous acting still fools them. Mom, I don't think I can continue with Jordan anymore. He controls me like a toy. Do you have any idea? Listen, honey. Maybe he's just a bit jealous. Don't overreact. The new project is going very well thanks to Jordan. He even proposed a deal for a 40% share in the company in exchange for marrying you. I think it's quite reasonable. No, that can't happen! I won't let Jordan touch even 1% of my family's shares! That scoundrel! Alright, first things first. I need to get far away from that demon. Maybe I'll rent a hotel room for a few days. Look at all those happy couples walking hand in hand on the street. Jordan and I used to be like that too. If only I knew he was such a jerk back then.
Hey, Kat! You okay?
Huh?
Oh, it's Rocky, the president of the programming club and my project teammate. He's a fun and adorable guy. A lot of girls like him, but I've never seen Rocky date anyone. I'm fine, just some personal stuff.
How about some exercise to clear your mind?
And so we went to the basketball court together. Honestly, I can't remember the last time I felt so free and happy.
Kat, you're a really talented girl. Whatever you're facing, just be strong and rational, and I'm sure you'll find a way. Hang in there.
Thanks, Rocky. I had a great time today. See you. I didn't even want to charge my phone for fear of Jordan calling. Even now, in a hotel room, I'm haunted by the thought that someone might lock the door while I'm sleeping. My nightmare began the next morning.
Kat, are you alright? Your phone.
What's this? Photos of me and Rocky at the basketball court?
Why didn't you come home last night? I was so worried about you. Kat, come home now. Kat, why aren't you answering your phone? I miss you. Who is this guy? You're cheating on me?
Damn, how did he get these pictures?
If you don't show up at home tonight, he won't be safe.
Oh no, Rocky! I had no choice but to return to that dreaded house. Jordan, we need to stop.
Just got home and you're already causing trouble? It's not funny, you know?
I'm going insane with your unreasonable control. Please, just let me go. I need to live like a human being.
Listen, you belong to me, Kat. It's fate. Don't worry, we'll soon be happy together forever.
What do you mean?
Tomorrow night is the official press announcement and party for our engagement. How about that? You must be very happy, right, my love?
What? No, no way! I have to stop this. I came up with a plan to trap Jordan. Really? The exchange program list isn't finalized, and I'll be able to attend a makeup presentation? That's great! I'll definitely be there tomorrow. Thanks. Contrary to my expectations, Jordan was frighteningly calm.
What's up, Kat?
Aren't you going to ask about the exchange trip to Japan?
Oh, so what?
What's going on? This isn't the Jordan I know.
Why do you look so surprised? I've always supported your decisions, my love, as long as you like it. Poor plan, Kat.
No, let me go!
You think I'm as foolish as you? Ridiculous. Maybe you don't even need to be at the party tomorrow. Just stay home and get ready to be my bride.
Damn it, this is bad. But wait, he's holding his iPad, isn't he? I suddenly realized Jordan never leaves it alone. Not even for a minute. I spent the whole night thinking about all possible ways to escape from him.
Hey, Kat, didn't see you at school this morning. Anything I can help with?
I'm just not feeling well today. It's okay.
I can swing by. We can chat through the window. Jordan won't know.
Wait, Rocky, I have a plan. It might be dangerous. Can you help me? After arranging with Rocky, I messaged Jordan to come to my room. Jord, how about pizza and a movie? It's been crazy lately. It would be nice to spend some time together. Oh, can you open this for me?
Silly thing. You know better than to mess with me, right?
Jord, I'm sorry about everything. I didn't mean for it to happen. I was just being impulsive. Can you forgive me? Thanks, Jord. Let's see. I'll order the pizza. There's a new authentic Italian place nearby. Jordan seemed a bit suspicious. Patience, Kat. You can do this. There he is! Rocky's here! Waiting for just that, I sprang into action.
What the? No! My iPad!
What am I feeling now? Joy, relief, pain, or resentment? I'm not sure, but one thing is certain. I'm about to be free! I knew it! The iPad had a bunch of incriminating photos of Jordan. He's not a lawyer at all. All his credentials were fake. Jordan had pulled similar scams on wealthy families before. Tonight's party would be the end for Jordan and this hellish relationship.
Smile. Hold Jordan's hand. We need to show the partners how happy you two are. Oh, and speaking of which, why isn't he here yet?
No, Mom and Dad, I won't act in that farce ever again. I've been with Jordan for 2 years. For me, those were the most terrible years of my life. Everyone was shocked by my sudden turn. Murmurs and whispers started spreading. Jordan is a criminal. He planned to use me to infiltrate and drain profits from my family's company. Not only that, he treated me like an object he owned. Still haven't believed yet? The proof will show up right now. The big screens show the images copied from Jordan's iPad.
Ouch! Let me go, you jerk! Time for you to pay. I don't care what the cops will do to you, but this one's for Kat.
I returned to my normal life. A life of freedom and happiness that I'd long forgotten.
Kat, let's hit the basketball court.
Coming! To anyone enduring a relationship that brings nothing but pain and suffocation, always prioritize yourself and don't hesitate to walk away. We all deserve happiness. Hello, I'm Aiko, and while I hail from Japan, I'm not ethically Japanese.
12 years ago, I got separated from my parents during a shipwreck, and thereafter, I was adopted by Sensei Hiroshi. He's a wise and highly skilled ninja who has long lived in seclusion. Although I've always hoped to find my parents again, I have zero memories of them. There's absolutely no news about the shipwreck from 12 years ago. It's as if it vanished into thin air. The only thing that connects me to them is this necklace. Yeah, I know it doesn't exactly look like jewelry. Growing up, I became taller than the other kids, becoming their jokes. Look at her, she's so odd. She's not Sensei Hiroshi's daughter. Who are her real parents? Was she abandoned? Their words hurt, but luckily, my adoptive father has always been there for me. They say I'm different and not belonging here, Dad.
Prove them wrong with your skills, love. You make me proud.
And so, despite their whispers behind my back, by the age of 17, I had become a ninja with superior skills, winning many battles. Until one day, an event unfolded that would forever change my life. While I was on the street, awkwardly counting the pile of stuff I just bought for dinner, someone bumped into me, causing everything in my hands to fall. Hey, watch it! But he kept running. Thief, help me! A thief, huh? Well, today isn't his lucky day. I flung my shuriken towards him, then leapt and pinned him down. Come on, that's not nice. After the police took him away, I gathered my stuff and headed back. But weirdly, my intuition was telling me something was off. Someone was following me. As I slowed down, so did he. When I sped up, his steps hastened. I turned into an alley, stealthily observing the man frantically searching for me. Who are you? Interpol? But why?
Haven't you ever wondered about your real identity? We're investigating the shipwreck 12 years ago. It wasn't an accident, Aiko.
What do you want?
You were so lucky that you survived that shipwreck. But have you ever wondered how it was to your parents?
What do you want?
Join Interpol, complete the mission, and you'll be reunited with your parents.
This guy, he's nuts. Everyone around here knows I'm not Japanese and knows I survived that shipwreck. You don't need to act all ominous. Actually, this isn't the first time someone's approached me wanting me to join them. There were others before, just scammers. This time won't be different. When I returned home, a black car was just leaving. The car glided past, and the man looked straight at me. It's him again. Things are getting complicated. What's going on, Dad?
It wasn't an accident, Aiko. Interpol. They wanted to reopen the investigation.
I knew what he was talking about. So it's true. This is real. Then I told Dad everything about the man from earlier.
Do what you think is best, my child.
But how can I leave you, Dad? How do I investigate the outside world? Who are my real parents? I don't even know their names.
Now you're a skilled ninja. What's there to worry about? You should contact him. He's the only one who can help you find your parents.
What if they died in that shipwreck? But what if they're alive and have been looking for me all these 12 years? Sweetie, hold Mommy's hand tight. You're the bravest girl. No, my daughter! My daughter! Mom! Right, he knows them. I must find him at all costs. I searched for my bag, only to realize then I had thrown it away. Oh no! I ran through the streets at midnight, hoping to find that piece of paper. I caught the thief here, then I met the man here. I meticulously searched every inch of the street, thinking the wind would have carried it far, and eventually, luck smiled at me. There you are, you elusive little thing. Finally, I found you. Mr. Johnson! I picked up my phone and dialed his number without hesitation.
It's a bit late, Aiko.
A week later, I found myself in the States, at the address Johnson tossed my way.
Welcome to the USA, or should I say, back. Now get down from that tree.
Just testing the waters with the guy. He passed.
Let's see. Now your name's Elena. Agent Elena.
Agent Elena? Has a nice all-American ring to it, doesn't it? But deep down, I'd rather ninja. My mission is to retrieve a tape held by a billionaire's son, also a survivor of that fateful ship. What's on the tape?
Top secret, but know this. Succeed and you'll meet your parents.
Enter Baron, the gatekeeper to the truth. Not bad looking either. Post-mission, I might ask him out. Focus, Aiko! Best way in? Be his bodyguard.
What's up?
Dump your bodyguards. I alone got you covered. Hire me.
Give me one reason.
Skilled fighter and, broke. I can protect you.
Cocky much? This guy's from South Africa, and this one's a top-tier pound-for-pound fighter for years. You think you can take them?
Let's find out. It was basically a job interview. Fast forward, the South African guy was down, and the American powerhouse was flat. Baron seemed impressed, so I got the gig. Phew. I mean Elena, Sir Baron. Homeward bound?
No, I'm hungry.
Great, the rich kid wants pizza from his favorite spot. Are all rich folks this whimsical?
Move right!
Whoa! At home, we drive on the left. Honestly, never drove before. Could teach him tree hopping ninja style if he's up for it.
Watch the road! Signs are on the right! On the right!
Need to find that tape and bounce. It's Johnson.
Update, Psycho. Where are you?
At a pizzeria.
Be careful. Others are after the tape too.
Looking around, I noticed some shady figures. Game's getting tough. Bring it! That night, while Baron showered, I sneaked into his room, searching. Where's the tape? Phone? Nope. Computer? Nah. Where could it be? Wait, the singing stopped. Water's off. Turning around, I found Baron standing there, draped in a towel. Oh Lord, those muscles.
What's happening? Why did you become my bodyguard?
No. Saw a mouse. Just searching.
What? A mouse? Help!
He jumped on me, shaking. Gosh, you're heavy. Sit tight. I got this. Over the next weeks, Baron and I grew closer, which made sense since I'm his bodyguard. But as we hung out more and I was allowed to dress casually, the gap seemed to shorten. He's kinda cute, but mission's always on my mind. Searched when Baron wasn't around. No luck. Does he carry it? I told Johnson, and his new directive made me ponder.
Then you gotta abduct Baron. I'll have people handle it. Bring him to the rendezvous. Counting on you, Aiko.
But why? Why not straightforwardly ask Baron? Why so sneaky? Is it related to my parents? Next day, driving Baron to a deserted road, I pretended to step out to buy water. Saw two men in black taking him. All right, waiting's my game now. Hours ticked, no news. I called Johnson.
He had nothing, damn it. Aiko, head back and await further instructions.
Before I hung up, I heard, give him one last chance. What's he gonna do to Baron? Was it all about the tape? If anything happens to him, it's on me. Suddenly, a swarm of cop cars zoomed by. Unsure of the happenings, but I followed. Police secretly surrounded an abandoned building. I used the car Johnson gave me to approach. Never thought it'd be handy.
You're from Interpol? Haven't seen you before.
What's going on?
We tracked Baron and he's inside, kidnapped. Boss is there too, planning entry without alerting them.
Wait, wasn't kidnapping Baron an Interpol directive? Johnson, what have you done? I've walked into a trap. After secretly scoping the joint and counting heads, I decided to fly solo on this one. Only I could pull this off.
Hey, Elena, it's dangerous!
Ignoring the naysayers, I vaulted the fence, sneaking in. Ninja skills activate. Quickly, the outside guards were down. Peeking in the last room, Baron's tied up.
Where's the tape?
How should I know? Probably at the bottom of the ocean.
Lies! Your family was on the first lifeboat!
Then there's a crash and Baron scream. Stop, Johnson! Who are you really? I rushed to Baron, helping him up.
That's it! How'd you get it?
What? What are you talking about? Before I could react, Johnson snatched my necklace.
Never expected this. So you had it all along.
What is it?
A deal's a deal. Since you found it for me, meet your parents as promised.
Don't tell me.
I know where your parents are. Somewhere under the Pacific.
He lunged at me, but truth hurt more than any blow. Frozen, I didn't dodge his impending attack.
Your parents aren't dead!
Baron's shout snapped me back. I dodged Johnson's blow.
Don't let him have it! Hurry!
All right, Father Hiroshi, lend me the strength of a true ninja. I picked up a piece of wood, leaping into the air. He will pay for his crimes. Father Hiroshi didn't teach me to use power to harm. He scurried off immediately. But escape? Not a chance. Baron and I were taken to the hospital, though fully conscious. Turns out, Johnson, a high-ranking Interpol official, led a weapon smuggling ring. My necklace was a USB containing a video of him ordering the ship sinking to destroy evidence. You said you knew about my parents. Are they alive?
You'll see.
As he finished, the door swung open. In came his parents. Oh, my boy!
You gotta keep loving me like this, okay?
What happened?
I found her.
Both parents turned to me, as did I to him. At that moment, I was speechless. I imagined I'd cry when meeting my parents. Why is it like this? I wanted to hug them, but felt empty. Do I have feelings for Baron? Like a sister to a brother? Without a word, I bolted. I wanted to return to Japan right now. Father Hiroshi welcomed me with open arms, and I burst into tears.
It's okay, my child. It's over.
I slipped back into my old life. A week post-incident, a familiar figure appeared.
I knew it'd be hard to accept everything immediately. I thought you'd need time. 12 years ago, my parents worked with Johnson in Interpol and first saw his true face. I was the one who put the USB necklace on you when chaos erupted.
So he used my quest to find my parents to get that video before Interpol? What a jerk!
Only you and I got on the lifeboat. You got lost. My parents weren't as lucky. Then I was adopted.
You're not my real brother? That's great then. Once my emotions settled, my parents came. When I hugged them, it felt like the missing 12 years never happened. I decided to move back to the States with them, always remembering the loving father I left in.
This is the final level, and once I beat it, I'll add another game to the list that Sadie the Undefeated has conquered. Nailed it! No surprise there. I am Sadie the Undefeated after all. Oh no, my laptop! Serves you right. Not funny. Can you stop with these pranks already? Oh, I can't. It's too much fun. Gosh, living with Madeline is unbearable. I bet she win first prize in a World's Meanest Sisters contest. And me? I'm Sadie, her little sister, and we're from San Jose. The story will begin as soon as you hit the like and subscribe button below. I swear, I was dubbed Sadie the Undefeated from the moment I was born. Obviously not because I could slay monsters in games back then. Everyone, try some cookies! Oh, my sweet Sadie. Knew from the start this girl would grow up to be bright and adorable. That's right, Sadie's such a good girl. You see, everyone adored me instead of my sister Madeline, who's 4 years older. Unlike me, Madeline was hard to approach. You'd rarely see her smile or talk more than a few words to anyone. And thus, she wasn't as close to our parents as I was. Madeline is good too and really smart. She scored perfectly on 3 math tests in a row and could even do 6th grade homework.
But she's still the sister I love most in the world, and I never want her to be sad. At 16, I started dreaming of becoming a game streamer, blending my passion for games with a chance to earn some extra cash. Around the same time, Madeline, after much hard work, received a 50% scholarship to study abroad in Australia. The whole family was overjoyed, and our parents promised to manage the expenses for her trip. However, trouble brewed. One day while I was on the roof preparing a "Congratulations on your Australian scholarship, Madeline" banner as a surprise, I accidentally slipped, and then…
The leg surgery was quite successful. However, she'll need to stay in the hospital for a few days for observation and further treatment. Listen, we're really sorry, but the surgery costs were quite high.
We might have to postpone your study abroad plans, Madeline. From that moment on, our relationship flipped upside down. She hated me. At first, I didn't mind since it was just small signs. But then things escalated. Toothpaste replaced with dye, dog food mixed in my cereal, and I nearly lost a chunk of hair to a tape prank outside my door. Who else but Madeline could it be? Especially when I caught her red-handed trying to mess with my precious computer setup. Jesus, Madeline! Stop it right now! What the heck are you doing? I tried to wrestle the hose from Madeline, and soon the room looked like it had been hit by a tsunami. You did that on purpose, Madeline! Why are you suddenly treating me like this?
Nothing sudden about it. It's all your fault. Mom and Dad invest in a whole computer setup for you to be what? A game streamer? Then you pull some dumb stunt and end up needing surgery. All that money could have been for my study abroad.
So what? You want me to be crippled before you're satisfied? In the end, Madeline got a stern talking to from our parents and was grounded for a week. She refused any attempt at making up with me. I had no choice but to ignore Madeline and focus on becoming a legit game streamer. I kicked off my first live stream with the game I'm most confident in, and the results weren't half bad. One day, on my way home from school, I noticed a classmate looking puzzled at the balcony of an abandoned house. Oh no, your backpack's up there? What happened?
It was that witch Madeline and her gang of mean girls. The door's locked, so I can't go in to get it. Any ideas?
There was a big trash bin by the wall. I took a running start, jumped off it, and did a flip right onto the balcony.
Wow, that was impressive!
No biggie. Now, how do I get down? Beatrice and I hit it off and chatted a lot on the way home. Turns out she's a hardcore gamer too. Even crazier, she's Madeline's arch nemesis, constantly battling for the top spot in class tests. I spilled the beans about the drama with my sister.
What? That's outrageous! If she treats her own sister like that, no wonder…
Madeline wasn't always like this. I can't get it. Maybe everyone paying too much attention to me made her feel left out.
Sadie, you did nothing wrong. Madeline's just selfish. Forget about her. I know just the thing to cheer us up.
Beatrice then took me to her place. Lord, it was a castle! Smart, being a game streamer, and rich, Beatrice had it all. Instead of going inside, Beatrice led me to a garden shed.
Brace yourself, Sadie!
Oh my god, is this heaven? This setup must cost 10 times more than the one Madeline wrecked at home. Absolutely epic! From then on, I regularly trained with Beatrice and continued streaming. We were inseparable, became school celebs, recruited new crew members, and signed up for the school's esports team selection. Madeline was not thrilled.
Well, everything's just so easy for you, isn't it? Befriending a rich loser to take advantage, sitting around playing silly games all day, and still being idolized by kids.
What did you just say, Madeline? That's too much. I caught a glimpse of what looked like the upcoming semester's final exam paper among the scattered pages. Why would she have that? This incident got overshadowed by a world war that followed. Madeline fired the first shot by spraying vinegar in our gym shirts and dumping snails on our bikes. Beatrice was livid. We divided and conquered in retaliation. I changed Madeline's alarm clock while Beatrice planted a stink bomb in her locker. Madeline wouldn't back down. The next day, she spiked mine and Beatrice's lunch with laxatives and had her friends lock the nearest bathrooms. We had to dash across the schoolyard to the far-off toilets to avoid a public fireworks show.
Enough is enough! Sadie, I've got a plan to really embarrass her. Want to hear a juicy secret about your sister? Beatrice had heard that Madeline cheated on recent tests with the help of a mean girl close to the exam setters. No way. Madeline's really smart. She wouldn't need to do that. Pfft, just a facade. We need to expose her true face to the whole school. Hold on, I need to talk to Madeline about this. I can't believe she'd really do that. What's with you, Sadie? Why do you keep making excuses for Madeline when she treats you like dirt? Because she's still my sister. This could ruin her reputation. I can't just blindly hurt her. Please, after the esports competition opening ceremony tomorrow, I'll talk to her. But then everything fell apart. At the tournament's opening ceremony, as our team's member introductions were displayed on the screen, the audience suddenly burst into laughter. Oh no, who did this? My photo was grotesquely edited and the info displayed was all twisted. The whispers and jeers about me spread through the hall. My head spun. I rushed to the control room and found Madeline! You're crazy! How could you do this? Let go! You're the crazy one! Calm down! I can't believe you hate me this much, Madeline! I should have never defended you! I grabbed the mic on the control desk. Madeline is a cheater! I found out she had the upcoming final exam paper. That's not true! What the heck are you talking about? You liar! Don't even try to deny it. I saw the final exam paper you hid in your books. One of your mean girl cronies is cozy with the exam setters and all your past tests were cheats. Maybe even your scholarship. Madeline slapped me in the face. It was the first time she ever did that since I was born. I swore to myself I'd never talk to Madeline again. That night, I stayed at Beatrice's, gaming all night long. Sadie, I looked into what happened at the ceremony. It was a scheme by our rival team. Madeline didn't do it. Maybe she was there trying to ask the tech guys to turn off the projector. Enough, Beatrice. The exam thing too, Sadie. Madeline had found out who cheated in her friend group and was planning to report it to the principal with that paper. I said enough! Sorry, I need to focus. I didn't want to think about any of that anymore. Time passed until the electricity in the basement suddenly cut out. Darkness enveloped everything. Beatrice? What's happening? Beatrice? Why do I smell something burning? My phone was nowhere to be found. It was right next to me a moment ago. I kept calling out for Beatrice, but no answer came. Panic set in alongside the acrid smell, making it hard to breathe. Sadie! Sadie, are you in there? Sadie! Was that Madeline's voice? Sounded like she was about to cry. Why would Madeline be here all of a sudden? Sadie, hang in there! I'm trying to get in! I'm so sorry, Sadie! I should have never treated you like that! Please let nothing have happened to you! A sliver of light peeked through the door. Perhaps Madeline and Beatrice were trying to pry it open from the outside. I'm here! I'm okay! Let me help! I grabbed the edge of the door and pulled with all my might. Seconds later, the door flung open and Madeline rushed in to hug me. Oh my gosh, Sadie! Are you okay? Madeline, why are you here? Beatrice called me. She said something about her basement having an electrical issue and you were trapped. Hey, you rich fool. Built a modern basement with no emergency exit? What's the point of being smart then? Wow, that's... hold on, I don't get it. Beatrice. Okay then, I was just surprised. Madeline, I thought you really hated me. How could I? You're my only sister, Sadie. I stupidly envied the attention everyone gave you. How could I forget that you're the one who always supported me no matter what? I was awful, Sadie. No, Madeline, I was awful for bad-mouthing you at the ceremony. I'm sorry. You know what? To me, you'll always be the best sister ever, forever. So it turned out Beatrice orchestrated the basement trap so Madeline and I could reconcile. She sure is full of surprises. But luckily, thanks to Beatrice's wild idea, I now have two sisters I cherish. One is my teammate conquering the esports competition, and the other cheering loudly for me from the stands.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I'm sorry. What's happened?
See?
Oh my god! Miss Miller and I hastily got off the bus to check the woman's situation. She looked panicked and scared. When I saw the woman wandering around like she was looking for someone, I bent down beside her. Who are you looking for, madam? But as soon as she saw me, her eyes widened in terror. Then she fainted.
Hello, I'm Chloe, 15 years old. I had a special life. I have lived at the foster home since I was an infant and never knew about my parents. And now here I am, in the hospital, waiting for the woman this morning to recover.
Huh?
Thank God she's waking up! After the woman felt better, we talked for a while. Her name is Campbell, and she lives north of town. The special thing was after knowing that I was living in the foster home, she offered to adopt me. Mrs. Campbell is gentle and has a very warm smile. It would be nice if I could come and live with her. That day was the day I came to live in a new house. As I was getting dressed, Miss Miller poked her head in and announced Miss Campbell's arrival. Is that Mrs. Campbell? A voice from behind me made me startled. It was Maggie. Although she had been here a few months, we were already very close. Maggie is kind, but... That woman, is she a good person? Yeah, she is kind of skeptical. She suspected anything unexpected happens. She didn't believe in random things. She often said, "Everything happens for a reason." Just go! I want to know exactly what kind of person she is. So we're done with the paperwork. Maggie immediately stood up and walked over to Mrs. Campbell. I'm Maggie. I'm considered to be the smartest kid here. How nice to meet you. We gotta go, Chloe. Maggie's expression made me chuckle. This time she was probably too suspicious. I'll call you later. The car stopped in front of the gate of a large mansion. I had to pinch myself to see if it was a dream. Ouch! So everything is true. Welcome home. From now on, it will be your home, she said, and then led me inside the house. We went all the way down the hall and into the living room. It really was the biggest house I have ever known. Then my mother gave me a map, saying that just in case I was not familiar with the house. Yes, it was the map of that mansion. You can go to any room you want, except for the room at the end of the hallway. That is my workplace. The room at the end of the hallway? Sounds like a horror movie, wasn't it? But that only happened in the movies, so there was nothing wrong with that, right? Okay. That night, I spent hours with Mrs. Campbell. I mean, my mom. I told her that I really love her, and it's great that she loves me too. With your beautiful face, I love you so much. So that was the feeling of love. I hope this moment lasts forever. The next morning when I woke up, I was startled to see a woman standing beside my bed. Good morning. Thank you. And another maid emerged from under the bed, holding up 2 slippers. Good morning, Miss Chloe. She even lifted my feet to put on slippers. My gosh, it's unbelievable. Is there anything I should be doing myself? Be rich, miss. I think it's gonna be hard. In the next few days, I just spent all day wandering in the large mansion. Ugh, the air was so cold. It's such a waste when that big house only accommodates a few people. When I saw Mom sitting downstairs drinking tea, I rushed down to join with her. But as soon as she saw me, she immediately changed her attitude. What are you wearing? My clothes? No, my daughter can't wear this. Sit here and wait for me. What's going on? What does she mean by I can't wear this? Even though she left me confused, I still sat quietly and waited. After a few minutes, Mom came back with a bunch of dresses in her hands. Blue, red, purple, yellow. All of them were expensive ones. Did you buy all these things for me? You should wear them and throw away all the old clothes. They no longer match you. I feel uncomfortable with these dresses. They make it hard for me to walk around. But my mother insisted that they fit me well and that I had to wear them so that I looked like the daughter of a rich family. It was strange. That evening, we sat down to dine together at the large table. About this morning, I'm sorry for raising my voice. It's okay, Mom. I'm not pushy. She looked at me and gave me a gentle and warm smile. That smile seemed to have the power to make me forget everything. But when I was about to go and sit next to her, she immediately got angry. This is not your seat. Sit down right there. Before I could react, Mom got up and left, leaving dinner unfinished. What happened? I couldn't understand her behavior. It was not even over. She even asked me to learn the piano. Mom even hired a teacher to tutor me at home. If you don't work hard, you'll have to skip dinner tonight. But I'm just getting used to it. How can I pass your test? My daughter must be good at the piano.
Sit here and try harder until I come back.
It's absurd. How the hell could I become a piano genius overnight? God!
My beloved daughter, did you just say something?
No, nothing, Mom. Again! Something very strange happened. I was forced to take piano lessons many days later. I wasn't allowed to go out. Yes, she forbade me to visit the children in the foster home even though the distance was not far.
Ugh, I can't take it anymore.
Things were getting more and more weird. I knew it was time to talk to Maggie. One day, I waited for Mom to go out. Then I invited kids in the foster home to come here. So you say Mrs. Campbell is weird? But how? She changes her emotion very quickly. Sometimes gently, sometimes irritably. I don't understand. Every time she became angry, she went to her workplace alone. While we were both thinking, a loud noise startled us. I panicked and ran to the place where the noise came from. It turned out that the naughty children had knocked over the small cupboard in the mom's bedroom. I was telling the kids not to mess around when Maggie spoke up. Chloe, look what I found! My hands trembled as I held my mother's medical record. It turned out she had a mental problem and could hardly control her emotions. There's definitely a secret in that room. We immediately ran to the room with the large lock outside. Was there really a scary secret behind that door? As I stood hesitating, Maggie ran out of nowhere with a shovel in hand. Look at me! Do you want me in first or you in first? I didn't reply to her, just quietly pushed the door open. Inside was a large room. In the middle of the room was a grand piano, much bigger than mine outside. Did she also play the piano? I walked over and touched the keys. The notes sounded clear and I knew it was still in good condition. You surprised me, Chloe! Maggie's voice startled me. You got close to Mrs. Campbell, didn't you? Following her gaze, I spotted a large wall hung with pictures of my mom and another girl who looked like me, but not me. She's not me. What was going on? I couldn't breathe. I felt like my heart was being twisted. So this is why she insists on adopting you. Dear Sophia, my poor beloved daughter, it's been almost 10 years since we last saw each other. I kept everything that used to belong to you. Your piano, your dresses. I miss you so much. Today, I ran into a little girl who looks like you. Stop, please. My mom, Mrs. Campbell, adopted me because I resembled her daughter. But what happened to that girl? I'll take the kids home. Maybe you want to be alone right now. When all was gone and I felt alone in the big mansion again. What should I do? I just sat still in that room, next to the piano. I thought of Sophia, a girl I had never met, and Mrs. Campbell. How am I feeling? Angry? Sad? Or disappointed? Sophia? I stopped playing, stood up and looked at Mrs. Campbell. I could clearly see her shoulders shaking. But I'm not Sophia. I'm Chloe. She's just obsessed with her daughter. Sophia? Is that you, Sophia? No, I'm not Sophia. I'm Chloe, the child you adopted from the foster home. Even though I didn't look at her, I knew she was slumped on the ground. After a few seconds, I took a deep breath, picked up the picture of Sophia on the piano, and walked over to her. Are you looking for this girl? I don't know how to tell you. I love you. Whether you're Sophia or Chloe, You adopted me, turned me into your daughter? Did you just do all these things to hurt me? Before she could even say anything, I left the house in tears. I ran to the foster home and went straight to Maggie. I know you're upset. Why is this happening to me? You see, everything happens for a reason. But you and Mrs. Campbell are alike. She needs a daughter, and you need a mother. I'm not angry because she had a problem. I'm angry because she kept it from me. If we didn't find out her secret, how long would she consider me Sophia? I don't know if I can forgive her. Of course you can, and you will because you're Chloe. Mrs. Campbell is very pitiful, isn't she? She lost the daughter she loved the most, but I'm sure Chloe can give her a bigger love than that. You love her too, don't you? I remember her gentle smile. It was the warmest one I had ever seen. After talking with Maggie for a while, I realized she was right. I knew what I needed to do. I went back home to find Mom standing on the balcony, and I took her hand. Just keep your Sophia in your heart, but I'm here, and I can bring you a new love. Let me be your daughter.
Oh, Chloe, thank you very much.
The period after that was the happiest time of my life. I have a mother, a close friend, and younger brothers who always love me. I realized that just give, and we will get more in return.